Well, what's going on, folks? Yeah, it's Weird Johnson again. 2 o'clock. It's Pacific Standard Time. It's still Friday the 6th. Yeah, I suppose on the West Coast, actually on the East Coast, it's about 5 o'clock, a little after 5. Currently, I'm looking at CNN right now, by the way. Sorry about not looking into it. Keeping track of what's going on and how tight the race is still. They're still counting ballots. In 5 states, they're still going through the ballot count. Okay. There's been videos out there concerning about reactions of what people are going to be taking and what they should and should not be reacting to. And what the press has been warning about, what the government's been warning about, what other commentators have been warning about. They want nice, calm, peace, civility instead of going insane at this point. That's all we want. It's a nice, peaceful transference of power, if it happens. I'm not saying when, I'm saying if. When you have a potential, I'm saying potential, leadership change, one would hope that the change would be a little bit civilized instead of going down fighting, struggling, and then driving people crazy at the same time. Which we're already having right now as it is. People are still freaking out on social media. They're still freaking out in the streets at this point over here. They're going over to counting places and belly aching left and right. Stop the vote, don't start the vote. And I know I posted about this thing, and I know other people have posted about this. There's a guy out there called Bo of the Fifth Column. The guy seems to have a head on his shoulder, and what he revealed to people on one of his postings, including a live shot a few days ago, about reactions and also his past, his basically work history. A hell of a lot more qualified when it comes down for situations, trying to examine a situation than I am. I mean, I've posted on some videos about my own work history. I wasn't college educated, but I did go to college and screwed up 2.5 years because I wasn't mature enough to deal with it. Now, physically, I'm talking about mental maturity. And I didn't take college seriously enough and had to go through school of hard knocks. Work your ass off for 30 years. Different jobs left and right. Go to a couple of trade schools to update one's skills so the one can get different jobs with different functions and different pay rates. But in order to get back to college, I would have needed time for that and money. And unfortunately, things happened in the past 10 years that gave me the opportunity to come back to college, which I've been going for the past 5 years. However, there was a cost involved in the situation. No matter how you redress the past and trying to look at it from different points of view, the situation still remained the same. I was caregiver for my mother. My brother and I were doing 24/7 hour. I was working full-time. He was disabled full-time. And I was relief all the time. I worked in retail hell. Worked in a Walmart. Worked in a tire center for 4 years at the counter. Because you have to have a year's worth of cashiering experience before you switch out to the sales floor. So they can bring in a fresh crop. If I just stayed as a cashier, pay would have been a hell of a lot less. But sales was a lot more, and it was full time. And because of the bill situation at home, we took it. Sometimes I regret the living crap out of it. But it was what it was. Politics, dealing with different factions, and not to mention dealing with supervisors who Didn't pay attention what the hell they were doing. Next thing I know is I got a tire dropping in my face and it screws up my life entirely. And management never apologized. Either at the company. Get workers' compensation and get kicked out of the company. So, while I'm struggling to take care of my mother, after I lose the job, like a few months later, I lose her. And I lose the place I was living under. Our family was living in an apartment for 5 years out in Lancaster, California. Lose that. Gain another place out in Roseman, California, trailer home. Issues with the lease agent and the management involved, and we find ourselves homeless after a year, nearly a year and a half. About a month on the streets. Find ourselves by the good graces of the boss man upstairs, and not to mention the good people. We land ourselves in an apartment me and my brother had. You've seen it too many times. Guy in the blue, my brother. Woman, my mother. The schmuck above, don't ask about it. Anyway. I took care of him. About when his health got even worse. More and more. More and more. To the point where I had to take care of him a whole lot longer than I expected. And find myself alone. During that time, when I was with him, even going to the trailer home, living over there, I enrolled myself in college again to finish up. Because I had time. I was already disabled. So what the hell? Give it a shot. 5 years, taking 2 classes at a time. It's paying off. Recently, I had one class a semester past 2018. The year my brother passed away. Stress, disability, both mental and physical. But I'm still going to college. I'm going to college still. I haven't given up on that. Despite all the stuff I've gone through. So I haven't had a sterling record, but I had a job history. I've had job experiences. I've had workplace experiences left and right. I've had community functions I've been to, volunteered at. A lot of customer service. Doesn't mean I'm going back into the service again. No, because with the injuries I sustained over the lifetime at this point over here, I'm focusing more and more on the academics. And I'm trying to get myself better than what I was a while ago. And hopefully I'm a hell of a lot mature and ready for college, the rigors of it. I don't think I am. I've got to be. I'm surviving in the damn place. So I may not be politically savvy on things. I may not be historically savvy on things. I may not be mathematically savvy on things. But in life, I am savvy. And there's a hell of a lot of things in life that I still learn about. For one thing, reacting or overreacting to presidential elections is not one of those damn things. So putting my credentials out there is telling the people, telling the world, this is what I was growing up as a kid, and well, actually as an adult getting out of high school and surviving in the adult world for 30 years. Prior to that, I have other videos talking about my own previous experiences through life. But what we're going through right now as it is not normal. It's not. We have a lot of anger in us We have a lot of rage and frustration, stress, terror. We're unsure about the future. We're seeing the current president right now scaring the living crap out of us and tearing our normalcy and our complacency, not to mention our comfort levels, all to hell. Torn them to shreds. Threw them in the incinerator and watched them turn into ashes. We're going to get that gross about it. So now, we're seeing people taking signs, going on social media, browbeating their chest left and right, getting on soapboxes, screaming out what's going on with them. They're sick and tired of being sick and tired. They're tired of what the hell's going on over here. They want their lives back to a normalcy that they used to know. And as I kept trying to explain in different videos if I posted out there is no such thing as normalcy anymore. It's all blown to hell. And we're part of the system. We are part of the problem. Why do I say that? Because the ones who keep screaming, they're screaming for help and then screaming for normalcy at this point over here, they don't want to face what's happening these days. They're terrified of it. They're terrified of a damn disease that's knocking people out left and right, and they choose not to see it. They choose not to hear it. They choose not to believe it. And some of these guys are getting nailed left and right by the damn bug and not surviving. Well, we keep seeing the figures going up left and right in different states and different counties all across the country. We're not doing what we should be doing in the first place. Coming together as a country, as a people, as a nation, and saying, hell with this damn thing. Nope, we're not that. We're not that generation. Previous generation may or may not be. Future generations learning from our current generation. We're going to be lazier than fuck. I know it's negative to say it at this point over here, but we have demonstrated this time and time and time again. Every time there's a damn demonstration over here and you got two people clashing at each other, saying that I'm right and you're wrong at this point over here without thinking just for once, there is always a compromise. There is always something in the middle that would force these two to come together and say, look, we got differences. Throw the damn things aside. We're one particular group, okay? You may be a Democrat. I may be GOP. I consider you a libtard. You consider me a Trumpster. Can we not agree on something? That we were born in the United States or emigrated to the United States, and this country actually means a damn to us. We have different interpretations, but damn it, we're supposed to be Americans, for Pete's sake. Act. We're not acting like it. Election cycle comes up, we're so damn primed because we had some idiot priming one particular group so much that we're causing problems left and right. And other idiots are coming out there blaming everybody else and knocking the crap out of people, burning things down, looting like crazy, and then, oh, hell in a handbasket. I mean, there's no group per se that you can blame anymore. It's all individuals. It's everybody who's doing things that aren't supposed to be doing. But we're not talking about that all that much, are we? No, because we're telling about more of the whiner babies at this point over here. Whiner babies throwing people through the court systems, trying to get their own damn way at this point. And basically what the court systems were supposed to be in there in the first place, but we're dealing with an election system over here. Every vote has to be counted, and everything has to take its time. And nobody wants to take the time anymore. They want to just barrel on out through it. Well, I voted. I should know my results right now. They get sick and tired about the media telling them what to do at this point over here. They don't even comprehend what the hell's going on. They don't even want to comprehend anymore. Seems like the age of comprehension died a long time ago. So now it's a constant saying of stuff happening on news that people keep calling fake because they don't want to believe anything anymore. Quite frankly, I don't blame them. I don't blame them one damn bit. I'm going to tell you one thing. Sometimes I get sick and tired of it myself. But I'm not out there yelling and screaming at people. No, I just put a video out there and scream and yell at them. No, I go out there physically and show my damn irritation, being irate about things, screaming and yelling and jumping up and down. I mean, I could do that, but I would have the cops over here trying to see what the hell's going on, see whether or not they've got a straitjacket and some sort of thing for me. Or better yet, have a nice jail cell to calm me down for a little bit, or warn me off. Worst case scenario. They just jailed my ass for just jumping up and down and screaming and yelling at the top of my lungs and scaring the hell out of people. Next thing you know, I'm becoming homeless. Isn't that fun? It's interesting how we can twist things like that around in our heads. The level of expectation rises, especially when I'm trying to make a joke out of the damn thing. You get warned off, you're supposed to be on the low side of things. I'm putting on the high side of things. You start to get pulled over or actually taken aside and maybe given a citation for disturbing the peace. Okay, raise up a level. That should have been lowered down a little bit, shouldn't it? I mean, if you just get high, you should. Depending on perspective at this point over here, screw the damn perspective shit. But things get so damn screwed up because our perspectives are so screwed up. We think we know better. We don't. We're not demonstrating it. We sure as hell ain't. And we're going to be screaming and yelling at people left and right because they're not following what we want them to follow. They're not doing it the way we want them to do it. Not what is. What we think should be. And it should act according to what we think. Us versus them. So basically this venting is to let people know what they're looking at. You're probably saying, what the hell is he talking about? Then again, you folks are still stuck in the damn sandbox and you can't see the outside world but your own contents and also the sand in your hands. Because you're not seeing what's going on outside your own area. You're not seeing what's happening around you. You don't care what's happening around you. You only care about the sand losing from your hands, and you're screaming and yelling about that. Perspective, context. I have other people online trying to explain things the best they can in order to have people understand what the hell's going on. People listen to me and think I'm either a damn guru or they probably think I'm fucking nuts. And you know, I'm probably both. I'm a guru because I had a hell of a lot of experience in life and I'm not paper doctored. I don't have a paper education just yet, a certification to say, yes, I'm knowledgeable of a lot of things. Fuck it, I've got a lot of life experience. But not much in other items. I'm not an expert in anything, and I'm an observer of a hell of a lot of shit. I've also gone through a hell of a lot of shit. So I do a lot of videos to talk about that kind of stuff. What I've gone through, what I thought, what I'm feeling at this point over here. Because maybe one day, somehow, it's going to be relatable to somebody over here. They're going to say, my God, this madman actually made a little sense at that point. Yeah. I also keep calling myself a fool and an idiot, and maybe I am. That's the thing. Maybe I am a fool and an idiot. I just don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm just talking about my ass. So a lot of people are saying, he admits it. Well, if you think I'm going to admit it to you like that, fine, be it that way. And then in your head, I'm stuck that way. So therefore, you can't go past your own damn programming because now you got something programmed into your damn skull. You can't see past the damn thing. You can't see past the differences. You can't see past the damn boxes you already put yourself through. And you're already locked up the damn cage already. You're in there. You're stuck with it. You're closed-minded. Anything else outside of it doesn't matter. No, despite how many things outside is affecting you at this point over here. Refusing to look at reality around yourself. And trying to figure out and understand what's going on. Life and reality are throwing a hell of a lot of twists and turns at us. We're already having enough issues as it is. Now, personally for me, I've gone through a hell of a lot of grief, a lot of pain, a lot of agony, losing family, friends, loved ones. I've lost jobs, I've lost health. Age of 4 years old, I lost my life. Came back 3 times. Medical records. A long time ago proved that one. I don't have to be proven about an afterlife. I already know there's no afterlife. I already know about the pain of growing up. I'm still alive, I'm still maturing. And by the time I reach an older age, it doesn't mean I'm going to be totally mature at this point over here. I'm just going to be reversing that damn thing. I'm going to be turning back into a toddler man that still wants his damn sandbox just the way he likes it. Because that's the way he remembers it. Thank you very much, cell phone. So, what else can I say to confuse a lot of you? Put it in the comments. I got a lot of videos out there people can comment on. They can like, they can dislike. Give me the damn bird if you need to. Give me a video link that says, fuck you. I'm always expecting some joker to do that because unless someone's being honest, he's also being an asshole at the same time. It's not being a fool of it, it's just being the asshole. I'm used to that. So, let's hope for the rest of the day, let's hope for the rest of the week, let's hope for the rest of our lives that things get less complacent, a little more sensible, without carrying a big damn stick of some sort to beat the living crap out of people. And no, this is basically to help steady me at this point over here, not to beat the living crap out of people or anything else. Because when I get up, I'm usually unsteadying myself as it is. This is not a threat, this is not brandishing, this is a hurricane. Cost me $30 online. A long time ago. Now it costs about 40 or 50 bucks. But they have different versions of this damn thing. People may look at the videotape and say he's trying to do something. He's trying to threaten. And then I produce this thing. I'm producing this thing because I'm getting it ready so I can get up from the seat because my butt's falling apart. Actually, I take that back. My butt is numb. It needs to get up. It needs to be stretched out. So, without further ado, I'm getting up and I'm stretching out.